Starting the season with a double header, round 2 of the 2024 F1 Championship takes us to Jeddah in Saudi Arabia. The Jeddah circuit is 6.174 kilometers in distance, and the race takes place over 50 laps. Last year's winner was actually not Max Verstappen, which seems odd to say. It was actually Sergio Perez, finishing around 5 seconds ahead of his teammate. Perez actually started the 2023 season very strong. There are officially 27 corners, but F1 does like to call the slightest kink a corner, so really it's not 27. Compared to Bahrain, this is a completely different circuit and a different challenge for all the teams. It consists of mainly medium and high-speed corners, which gives the team a very different challenge to what they've just faced. There are also 3 DRS zones, and with the DRS being available a lap earlier this year, it could lead to quite a few DRS trains early on, especially in the midfield. The tyres available this year are the C2, C3 and C4 tyres, which are one step softer than the tyres we just had in the Bahrain Grand Prix. So I'm going to level with you. I want to say that Red Bull are going to struggle in Saudi Arabia. I want to say, the track just doesn't suit their car, because it's just not suited to those high-speed circuits. I want to tell you that Max Verstappen, well, he's not good at the track. Historically, he's not been great at it. I want to tell you that Ferrari is so good with their top-line speed that Red Bull just aren't going to be able to keep up. If I did say all those things, though, I'd be lying, and none of it would be true. Based on what I saw in Bahrain, I do still expect Red Bull to be, fairly comfortably at the front of the grid. But I do hope that there's going to be more competition. We know Ferrari had some big issues on Charles Leclerc's car at Bahrain that held them back, or especially held him back. Even without those issues, though, would he have been challenging Max? No, I don't think he will have been. He thinks he would have been in second place, and I do maybe believe that. Carlos Sainz didn't quite manage to get Perez, but I do think Charles Leclerc might have got second place, but Max would have been out of sight, I think. Mercedes, on the other hand, well, they were hampered by their engine-related issues, of their own doing, I might add. So they might be expecting more performance this weekend, but it's also a very different circuit. So the order that we had at Bahrain is not guaranteed to be the same order, at least behind Red Bull, because it's a very different circuit, very different challenges. And so we can't read too much into the order of the teams behind Red Bull. Jeddah is a much higher speed circuit, faster corners, and just because you did well at Bahrain doesn't mean you're going to do well this weekend. We know, interestingly, that McLaren last year were very good at the higher speed circuits. It was one of their strengths, really, because of the downforce that they managed to put on that car. Tracks like Silverstone, Suzuka, they were very strong at these circuits. I'm expecting them to have better performance this weekend compared to what they had in Bahrain. And I'm expecting them to be there or thereabouts with Mercedes, maybe Ferrari. We'll have to see, at least with Lando anyway, because Piastri does seem to be behind Lando a little bit still on race pace. I'm also hoping to see a bit more from Aston Martin. I'm still a little bit confused by their pace in Bahrain. Maybe it was just circuit specific and they will bounce back this weekend. We can only hope. Having all of those teams fighting would be really interesting. At least for the rest of the podium spots after Max. This is also another Saturday race, remember, due to Ramadan. So qualifying will take place on Friday in the afternoon and the race will then be on Saturday. After this weekend, we also have some early starts if you're in the UK or Europe. We've got Australia, Japan and China. They're the next 3 races in a row. 3 races and 3 very early alarms. So you have been warned. So Saudi Arabia, here's hoping for a better race this weekend. I will obviously be live streaming all the practice sessions, qualifying and the race as normal. So join me and hopefully we'll have a better experience. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.